argue. Great team. We saw Fred Warner blowing kisses at the end of the game. They know they have a good football team. This wasn't their day. I even saw.
What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast, man. I hope y'all doing all right out there today, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Give me 1 second as I get things straight, man. Yes, how y'all doing out there today, man? Back. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. My Christmas was pretty good, man. Got a lot of stuff done. Got a lot of stuff done for Christmas, man. Exchanged some gifts or whatnot, man. But for the most part, pretty good, man. I got everything I want to. I'm lucky that I'm here. Well, happy that I'm here, man. So that's really the main thing I can be excited for and happy for, man. Can't really ask for too much. So hope y'all's Christmas was pretty good, man. Mine was real good. Let me give y'all a minute to check in. Also, if y'all just checking in on Twitter, YouTube, wherever, LinkedIn, make sure at the bottom of the screen, make sure you subscribe to YouTube. You follow me on IG. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter. Also, Cash App is down at the bottom of the screen. If you would like to support the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. About to talk some Pats and Broncos for a little bit, give y'all a little recap of the game on Christmas Eve night, on Sunday night. And it was a pretty good game, man. I think I was surprised for the most part this game, man. Didn't think we was going to win the game. Now, did I want us to win, though? So I'm kind of upset of the conclusion of the game. But I'm like, hey, man, I guess you just have to take the win. You just have to take it, man. We got, 4 wins now. So just have to take it for right now. It does mess up the draft position a little bit, which I will get into in a second. But, hey, I think all in all, it was, a good win for the Patriots, I guess, because they came out and you could tell they're fighting for Coach Belichick. They are still fighting for Coach. This team they don't have nothing to play for, really. That was a meaningless win, and they're still fighting and they're coaching hard. It seems like they're playing for Belichick. It's a good chance that Belichick will return next year. Bailey Zappi is playing some good ball, some his best ball. Didn't turn the ball over. Well, he turned the ball in the first play, that fumble. Outside of that, threw the ball pretty well, man. No interceptions, no nearby interceptions. He almost had one pick that Pot Douglas kind of it was a drop. It was a drop that was almost turned into an interception. But other than that, Bailey Zappi played good. And I think it was a difference than his first couple of games starting. His first game against the Steelers and the Chiefs, he got to a slow start. He started off hot. Then in the second half, he kind of wavered down the stretch. But I mean, you look at the first half against the Steelers, lights out, played good. Look against the Chiefs last week before the Bronco game, played good. Second half, both those games was not good. This time it was a different story around. I think he was okay in the first half. Second half, he was lights out. He's pretty good through 2 touchdowns. The Bailey Zappi, like I said, it's a night and day difference from what we were seeing with Mac Jones. Mac Jones was a little antsy and giddy in the pocket. Bailey Zappi, I like the fact that he hangs into the pocket. He sees the rush or whatnot, hangs into the pocket, and delivers a nice ball, man. He's not the most accurate. He still is a little hectic with the ball, but he moves. He's not Lamar Jackson or nothing like that. But he can move. He can escape. He can get away from pressure. He can move in the pocket. And he's making the receivers that we have look a little better than what they are because he's getting he's improvised. He gets to move out the pocket. And when you can do that, receivers are going to come open because then they can reroute or whatnot. So I think Bailey Zappi is playing some good ball right now. Certainly playing night and day different, a lot better than what Mac Jones was doing. Now I know the bar is real low, but Bailey Zappi, he has like 5-6 touchdowns last 2 games, a couple picks. He's played real good. I mean, really, he threw 3 touchdowns against the Steelers and 1 pick. Threw 1 touchdown against Kansas City. So his 3 starts, he has 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That's pretty good. That's really darn good. That's really darn good for Bailey Zappi in his 3 starts. He's not really turned the ball over. Other than that fumble, the strip sack on the first play of the first drive, he's playing some good ball. Playing real good ball. Didn't really get the running game going. I think keeping on the offense, Devontae Parker looked real good. He's really coming on the last couple weeks. Pop Douglas probably had a play of the day with that big catch that he had I think it was like a 40-yard. And once again, Bailey Zappi losing, getting away from pressure, going deep into the pocket, and boom, hitting Pop Douglas. Real good game by Pop Douglas. I think he had what 5 or 6 catches for like 70-something yards. Pop Douglas, there's something that you can build around there. That is something you can build. They had no answer for Pop. Devontae Parker, Mr. 80-20 man, don't get a lot of separation. He had a pretty good game on pass return. He didn't have 100 yards. We had like 60 yards, but he had some nice clutch catches down the stretch. Mike Gesicki, there was a Gesicki side that had a touchdown. He showed up in the red zone that touchdown because Hunter Henry didn't play. Like I said, couldn't get the running game going. Zeke had a touchdown, receiving touchdown. I didn't know Zeke was that good as a receiving back. They didn't give him a lot of opportunities in Dallas to be that, but he's been he can catch the ball man at the backfield good. Not saying he's a long-term answer there for the Patriots, being that third down back, but he can catch the ball. He got a little bit of wiggle to him when he gets that ball in his hand. Man, I like Zeke. I actually think we should bring Zeke back. He's an extension candidate. I think you should re-sign Zeke. Pop Douglas, Jalen Rager had a nice catch. It looked like a cover two hole shot that Bailey Zappi threw that ball in. Bailey Zappi fit the ball in the hole, man. That was nice. That was a good throw. That was probably my favorite throw of the game from Zappi, was when he hit Jalen Rager right on the left sideline. It was a good throw by Zappi. Rager had that nice catch. Parker had a few good catches. Had a 60-yard. Pop Douglas played good. The offensive line played good, played okay, going down the stretch. Still was a lot of pressure, but it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. In terms of the defense played good, harassing Russell Wilson all game. Christian Barmore is probably the defensive MVP for this season and certain defensive MVP of this game. 3 sacks, a bunch of quarterback pressures, a few run stuffs. Man, go ahead and pay the man right now. Christian Barmore is balling. He has really came on this year. Keon White, the rookie out of Georgia, played pretty good. Detroit Wise had a pretty solid game. Bentley, Uche had a sack. Miles Bryant, Jonathan Jones played good. But one guy, Pat Snakes, I want us to keep an eye on and talk about right tonight is Mack Wilson. The way that the Patriots are using him now, rather than how they used him in the past, Mack Wilson is balling, man. It sounds like they've kind of moved him around. They're not using him as a middle linebacker, like having with his eyes on the ball all the time. We use him as a pass rusher, mainly on third down. He's rushing off that edge, and he's getting some pressure. He had some pretty good pass rush moves too, man. Then his third straight game with a sack, man. Mack Wilson, like he's giving offensive tackles fits these last couple weeks. Like somebody give Mack Wilson his flowers, man. He deserves it. He has been balling, bro. Mack Wilson playing some good ball, man. This last month of the season, Mack Wilson been playing some good ball. Got the sack against Russell Wilson. Got strip sack. Like he's been balling, man. I want Mack Wilson back. Anthony Jennings, another solid game for Jennings. But Mack Wilson has been playing some good ball, man. The Bama boys, man. Mack Wilson, Jennings, Barmore. All 3 of them went to Alabama. So yeah, I think Mack Wilson got to come back, man. He's been balling. He's been playing some good ball, man. I like what I'm seeing from Mack Wilson. I like how they're using him, man, as a pass rusher. I think that fits his strengths a whole lot more than how they were using him just as a space linebacker. I mean, he's a pretty solid tackler. He's a little aggressive. He got the athletic tools, the physical tools. I just think as a using him rushing off that edge, man, he's been balling. He really has, man. Mack Wilson been balling, man. I like the way they've been using him. I think Denver looked like typical Denver, man. They really hadn't been blowing nobody out. They had been winning, but most of their games have been close. But they ran the ball okay. But Cortland Sutton got hurt. I think that really kind of hurt that offense there. Jerry Jeudy didn't do much until like late in the fourth quarter or something like that. He didn't do much. Other than that, Denver didn't really get none. Javonte Will held him in check for the most part. Had a few nice yards, some tough yards, but they held him in check for the most part. Russell Wilson, he was seeing ghosts. He didn't play his best game. He didn't turn the ball. Well, he didn't throw any interceptions. But he had a touchdown, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns. I mean, they were late though. I mean, I thought the game was kind of getting out of control when Russell Wilson that offense finally started doing something. But they was harassing Russell Wilson all game. All game, Russell Wilson was getting harassed. And that's what they had to do when they did it. Like, that was a good game plan by the Patriots to really get out to Russell Wilson all game on Christmas Eve. Really good game. Stop the run and just bring Russell to blitz him. The Sky's coach, it seemed like Russell Wilson really didn't have an answer for it for the most part of the game. He did not, man. He kind of struggled picking up the blitzes and all that in this game. Um, but yeah, I think like Sean Payton, what the heck, terrible play calling, I think, from Denver, man. Especially on that last drive, run the ball when you're down a possession or two. Like you gotta put the ball in Russell Wilson. I don't think Russell Wilson will be in Denver next year. I really believe, I don't think he'll be there next year. I think they're gonna try to get out of that contract somehow. But the thing that the Broncos have done is they've won so many games. So I don't think they'll be able to get one of these top quarterbacks in the draft. So they might be stuck with Russell Wilson for another year. Be his third year in Denver. But I think like defensively, I think Miles Bryant deserves his flowers too. He's been playing some good ball this year. I know a lot of fans do not like Miles Bryant, but I mean he deserves the pride. Been playing some good ball. Had that nice deflection on I think it was the first drive when Courtland Sutton got hurt. Had a pretty good pass defense there. Cause Courtland Sutton went up for the 50-50 ball. I thought he was gonna come down with it. Then I hope he's all right, but he did get a concussion. But Miles Bryant, and then he blew up a screen too later on in I think in the final drive of the game. So Miles Bryant been playing some good ball. Man, he just does the little things right, man. I don't think he's good covering nobody 1-on-1, like especially in man. That's not his strength. But when I think he's a better zone defender than a man defender. And like I like when he has eyes on the ball. I think Miles Bryant is a pretty good player. I really think he'd be a pretty good player for the New England Patriots, man. They might even extend him, man. He does the dirty work. He does the little things right. It's not pretty, but he does. He really hasn't been messing up like he has in years past. I think everybody really remember the Isaiah McKenzie game from a couple years ago against Buffalo. But other than that, man, Miles Bryant been a solid player for us, man. He's always in the right area, it seems like. Sean Wade had a pretty good game. Like I said, Jonathan Jones, Alex Austin, I think he's a rookie, but the young guy we picked up a few weeks ago, he's been playing pretty good. Like Keon White, I think this draft class is finally starting to come on. Marty Mapu had a turnover, had that fumble on the kickoff that really kind of got the game out of hand there. Keon White had a few nice pressures. I think this rookie class is definitely bigger than the 2022 rookie class. They're really starting to come on. Just imagine how Christian Gonzalez had not got hurt. I think he'd probably be in there running for Defensive Player of the Year because he was having a nice campaign before he got hurt. So you just look at the different things that happen. Like, I mean, I really think the defense really misses Judon and Gonzo. And if we didn't have so many injuries, I think the New England Patriots are fighting for a playoff spot. I think they are fighting for a playoff spot. If we had Gonzo, Judon, Marcus Jones, all the injuries that we did, Kendrick Bourne, Marlon Stevenson, like we already not even the most talented team. And then when a team that is inept of talent is losing players, it makes it even worse. It makes it even worse for a team. So I think this rookie class is really starting to come on here, man. Got a big game against Buffalo. What's a big game for Buffalo? I think Buffalo will be looking for redemption from how we did them in Week 7. But I'm gonna get into that game tomorrow night and the rest of the week. But I think tonight is just to recap the Broncos and the Patriots, man. Is what I'm gonna stay on. Then I'm gonna get into some of the draft position here in a second. But I think like the Patriots, like they've been playing. They've won 2 out of the last 3 games, man. Especially on prime time on the road. Patriots have been playing some good ball. I know that they have nothing to play for, but they still been playing good. So you gotta give props where you gotta give props where they do, man. They playing some good ball, man. But I kind of had that Denver game circled as a game that maybe they could have won that game. I had a feeling they could win that game in Denver because I didn't trust Denver. Denver's just how Denver's been this year. They haven't really been blowing nobody out. So I like this maybe a game that it's a close game and Patriots can squeeze it out. That's what I thought would happen, and it came out just like that. It went just about as how I thought it was gonna go. On to the draft. We dropped from the number 2 overall, right? So for we had number 2 overall for the last few weeks. Now we are at number 4. We are number 4 because we won that game, and Washington almost beat the Jets, and that board the standings really would have changed. And Carolina almost beat Green Bay. So based off strength of schedule right now, I know we have the same record as Washington, but based off the strength of schedule, Washington has the better pick right now. Now, having said that, the Washington plays the 49ers and they got Dallas. The Patriots got to play the Jets and the Bills. If the Patriots lose out, Washington lose out, or if they win a game or whatnot, Patriots they will move up to number 3 because if the strength of, got to remember, if the strength of schedules are the same, it goes to head, and Washington beat the Patriots about a month or two ago and during the season. That's what it come to. So still a lot more football left to be decided. That you got 2 more weeks to play. But right now, the Patriots are at 4, Washington's at 3. I think that's going to change if the Patriots lose to Buffalo and lose to the Jets. Of course, if they don't, the highest they can get, I think, is the 7. Well, the lowest they can get is the 7. I think the highest they can get is probably 2. Because I think number 1 overall is kind of out right now. I don't think they get number 1. But the lowest they go is 7. So that's a huge drop from 2 to 7. You were at 2, now you probably possibly can drop to 7. That's kind of a huge drop. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens these next 2 weeks. I think it's safe to see Washington probably going to lose out because 49 they definitely need the game. Dallas probably going to lose the game. They're gonna need that game the last week of the season. Patriots probably going to lose to Buffalo. The Jets game is iffy. That's an iffy Jets game. Now we'll get to that next week when that time comes. But that's an iffy Jets game. Iffy Jets game. Patriots lose both of those games, which I hope they do. They go back up to number 3, which is a great spot. A great spot for the Patriots. Pretty good spot, man. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow to start talking about the Bills game. Tomorrow and Thursday, I'll be on talking about Buffalo, man. Another big game in terms of draft seeding. Another big game. So let's see what happens there. Bills coming off a big win against the Chargers. Then look at the game last night, man. Baltimore in the AFC. Baltimore looked good. They look real good. I think this is Baltimore year. I think it's set up for the Ravens to make it all the way this year. Kansas City doesn't look that good this year. They don't look like they can't be beat. You got Baltimore. I think Baltimore's the team to beat. They got the best record in the AFC. They got big game this week against Miami. Like Baltimore really and they're a physical team. Now Miami. Look at Miami. I think they are I think Miami, I think they're a finesse team. They play good with the lead. They play good at home. They're a fast team. But I think if you can go in there and thump them in the mouth, punch them in the mouth early, you can beat Miami. So we're going to see Miami and Baltimore Sunday, a rematch from last year. This probably can be a playoff preview. If Baltimore win, they'll probably get home field advantage if the Ravens win. Miami, I think, let's see, Baltimore got to play Seattle too, I think. No, they played Seattle earlier this year. Baltimore has to, if Baltimore wins Sunday against Miami, I think Baltimore gets the number 1 seed in the AFC. And I think no team want to go to Baltimore because when it's cold down there around this time of year. Now, I'm not too far from there now. It's cold down there around this time of the year. They're a physical football team, and it would not be good, especially for a team like Miami, comes from a hard weather environment. So this game this week could be a playoff preview. Miami lose this game, they're probably going to have to go right back to Baltimore to want to get to the Super Bowl. I think right now, but the Ravens should be the favorite in the AFC to get to the Super Bowl and possibly win it. Just seeing how they went to San Francisco last night and out physical the 49ers on their home turf, I think Baltimore's the best team in the AFC. And I think they're the best team in the league now because they beat San Francisco. So that game there is going to be very interesting, man. I would love to see Baltimore and San Francisco go at it again, man. We'll probably get to see that in the Super Bowl. I think those are the 2 best teams in the best conferences. Baltimore's the best team in the NFL, but San Francisco the best team in the NFC. So I did not see that happen last night the way it did. Did not see that, man. Also, y'all just join me, like I said. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, follow me on IG, follow me on Twitter. Also, Cash App is at the bottom of the screen if you would like to support the channel, man. I would greatly appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Just here to bring out some of the best and the latest great Patriots content, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, with 2 more weeks of the season, a lot of football will be played, draft position and all that, man. I just want to come on tonight, talk a little bit, give my opinion on the Broncos Patriots recap. Looking forward to breaking down some Bills news tomorrow and Thursday. So make sure y'all join me tomorrow night. Talk about that game, 7:30 Eastern. I came a little earlier tonight. I got some other things to do tonight, but 7:30 tomorrow, and I'll probably come on Thursday too to get some final thoughts on the Bills game. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all joining me, man. As I always say, subscribe to the channel, like the video, support the channel if you would like to, man. I appreciate it. And hey, man, y'all have a great one, man.